Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, our Obsidian Coven series. We have Cole down here in the school, and we have survived another winter. It is the 3rd of April, May. We probably built our first permanent structure, so this stable will permanently be here. It will become part of our overall plan for the base that I'm still kind of working on. Once I get these plans finalized, I'll get them posted to GitHub, but I am using a lot of shapes and straight up buildings from the medieval colonies repo on GitHub. So some of these shapes will be familiar. Of course, you know, this shape is the cathedral from Azurian Meadows, and then I took kind of like the vineyard and I modified it a bit, but things are going well. We have constructed a gate, our first city gate, over here on the east side of the map. We still have a ton of wall to build, just that segment. We've started, I guess they prefer to build the security barriers because they've been skipping the wall to jump over here and do that. I'm fine with that because it'll prevent lava flows from these areas, and then we can start securing this as kind of like farmland. There's so much rich soil, so this dark muddier area is rich soil. We'll dig it up and we'll start placing it down over here. I think I want to preserve as much soil as we can, so it could be a lot of tedious work. That being said, we have added a couple more people to the colony. Loler was a prisoner that we've recruited. Kate joined off of one of our rituals, and so we have quite a few people. Coven is almost done with gene regrowing. I have added a mod so that we can turn that gene regrowing down to 45 days instead of 2 years, because if it takes us 2 years to get a second vampire in a vampire house, then you know we're going to be playing this for 40 years to get the proper feel of the game. Farms, like, I think with the addition of Kate and Loler, we are doing well on actually being able to like plant all of our farms up. I have added meat to our cooking recipes, so in addition to drying it, they are using raw meat, not just the dried meat, for recipes right now, and that's really helped us out with kind of just making sure we have enough food for people. This number of prisoners seems to be more than enough to keep us flowing in Hemogen. So yeah, things are going well. Research-wise, we're working on chain armor. We'll do plate armor next. Long blades gets us the sanguine blades, and I think that's what I want to equip people with, just like thematically. We'll make these out of obsidian, of course, and then once we get to plate armor, we'll also be able to start making some of the armor that our vampire lords will wear permanently. So I have some outfits set up for them. I think right off the bat today, what I want to do is we're going to restrict everyone to Area 1, which is kind of like the inside of this like little basin type area, and we're going to accept another one of these stolen airship investigations for info about the Grimoire of the Void. We haven't done anything to follow up on our relics in quite some time. Okay, this is not too bad. And Coven, this is... Oh. We will unrestrict you, and you will prioritize that. I'm not the best researcher, but this is his relic to retrieve for Reyna. So we won't have him do all the work, but we're going to have him / his house do as much of the work as possible. And then here in like 16 days, so this summer, he'll have another vampire. I think what we'll do is we'll have him convert someone. Mother, brother. Oh. Maybe his nephew, Folko. You want to be a vampire? We'll see kind of like relationships wise what makes sense. But we'll have him also implant, or yeah, we'll also have him do some sting his endogenes so that he can have like a couple of henchmen types, like Odie and Braga. So we'll send him out on like a 4-man squad to do the hidden base examination. We have 2 hours until the raid arrives. Coven is not our best researcher, so obviously not our best hacker. He is a third. He'll get like a third of the way there. So we'll have him swap out with Reyna for a little bit, and then just like last time, we'll have Coven finish it off. Gathering people up here so that they can get ready for the attack. Let's grab our ranged folks and just set them right here. We will see where they end up spawning in at here in less than an hour. Okay, jump to location on the other side of the map. That's pretty funny. That's fine. That gives us more opportunity. Maybe it's because we had all of this. I don't know. Let's see. Where are they going? I think they might go up and around. Okay, these two are going the other way. Well, I guess we could just wait for them over here, right? Yeah, let's do that. And then, is this gold? We have some gold on the map. We will mark that for mining. Okay, you guys down here. Okay, you guys can search and destroy. Let's get you guys into a better firing line. Okay, and they are fleeing. Of course they are. Orders, we will unforbid the things. Let's take a look. We have a little Yiddikin here. Usually they're good with animals, and sometimes I associate that with plants. Good at cooking. No thanks. We have plenty of cooks. What we can do is we can strip you. Okay. We have visitors, little art patron. Reyna, how is this coming along? You are like halfway there. I guess we'll have Alarak come talk to them, and then I've just been saving before trading. I haven't had any weird trade issues, but not since that like first time that we tried trading, but just as a precaution, just in case, we'll save and then we'll see if there's anything that pops up. Watch it happen just because I'm recording. Okay, don't want to buy or sell any of that stuff. We can sell this. We can sell these queens. Don't care about that. We have plenty of components. Do we want to buy anything? Dark Vortex Sculpture. This, a person-sized piece of material sculptured. This sculpture bears the betrayal. Yeah, I think we're just selling. Okay, thanks for visiting. Reyna, you're up here. Just about done. Well, when we hit like 700, we'll swap Coven back in. Well, second rate has arrived. I was just about to swap Coven in. We're just under 700. We'll let Reyna do what she's going to do, and then the rest of you guys can wake up and kind of respond to this. Come back over here. And Major Break Risk, Reyna. Yep. She's a hungry girl, and we had her out there researching all afternoon. Okay, you guys right here. And then everyone else right like that. Trigger happy, melee, animals, plants. Could do some farm work for us. This guy's gonna sneak around, but we're gonna just take him out as soon as he exposes himself. Quests available. Hosting and a bandit outpost. Okay. You guys are free to go, and actually, you guys can be all unrestricted again. Okay, you are wrapped up, and that is our second one. I'm going to forbid this so he just doesn't keep going back there for a meal. He can go grab a fresh meal. Our colonists have been demanding a form of perfection. So I turned art on... Who was it? Brigitte. And it looks like we're getting it installed. It is very, very creepy. And my assumption is this has to be like an artistic take on Reyna herself with like her, you know, blades coming out of her back. She has like a skull and a crown. I think that was an amazing role of whatever our statues could be. Animal disease, some flu. Oh, we have so many horses. I have set up an auto slaughter rule for them, so hopefully this doesn't get too out of hand. But we're keeping up with straw, so I think they'll be just fine. So I have made the decision, or maybe Coven has, is that we are going to have Coven sire Rabana here. So we're going to go ahead and recruit her. He's going to start by stinging her with endogenes. And then I'm not sure if she'll become a full sanguiphage or if she'll be just one of his bodyguards, one of his void-touched bodyguards. But we will start the process. Of course, once we get her recruited, Corvin will adopt her into his house. Well, surprise, surprise, Lawler has developed organ decay. We need a heart for Lawler. You are unwavering. Do we want to harvest your heart? We might as well just like take all the things we can take. And then let's do heart harvest. And we're going to suspend that just to make sure that we can get a lung and a kidney out first. And if that's successful, then we'll go for the heart and we will see what we can do about getting Lawler that new heart. When it comes to organ harvesting, how do our colonists feel about that? Oh, I wish there was like a search menu in here so you could just like find things, because I know that I miss stuff a lot. And you guys have probably already spotted it. Death, dumb labor, fungus, recreation, sweets, violence, organ use, acceptable. It's okay to harvest, buy, install, or sell organs. Okay. I think that makes sense. Like, it's acceptable for us to do cannibalism. I think harvesting organs is something they won't mind either. Well, this is a very disturbing sight. We have whatever Reyna is, right? This void-born vampire performing surgery on a minotaur. Okay, we got a lung. I think Reyna's a pretty competent surgeon, so we'll go ahead and unsuspend this. I assume she's going to be doing the rest of these surgeries. And hopefully she will be successful in implanting a heart in Lawler. Well, we have all our organs. Lawler, let's go ahead and replace your heart. Heart, install heart. And while we're here, we do have some of this exalted medicine, so we'll set you to that just to help ensure our operation is successful. Reyna, don't go too far. I want you doing this surgery. We have another person set to surgery, Bridget, our our master construction, like our woodworking specialist, is also one of the best surgeons in the colony. That's pretty terrifying. Okay, why don't you hook up with Alder? No, please prioritize operating on her. We probably need a place to store these organs so that I can keep track of them. Let's grab this. Let's just do like a crate of organs right here. Important. Items, body parts. There we go. Okay, Lawler. How we doing? Oh, Cole has decided to come and watch. This is very random because Cole is also a goblinoid like her. Oh, successful surgery. She is great. She's also ready to ascend, but we need so the way that the goblins work is I think they have like 2 or 3 different forms, and so you need a higher level form to ascend a goblin that's gained enough experience into their next level form. Cole, is that working for you? You're an Ascension Xenotype. Oh, you're missing a hand? Oh, that's terrible, dude. Um, we'll see what we can do to fix that. But I think as a child, it doesn't look like he's gaining experience, whereas Lawler, when she first joined the colony, she was like at 36%. So I think just like doing things to gain experience in her skills probably helped her gain experience towards being able to ascend. We'll have to do maybe a series where we play as one of these xenotypes from Outland that can do the ascension thing, just so that we can see what it is. We've been able to build 3 more Deathrest accelerators. These 2 are for Reyna. These 3 are unassigned still. We need some more steel ingots before we can finish these next 2, but I have added to numbers. Under needs, you can find Deathrest, and so we can sort them by their Deathrest need here. It looks like Gareth, Corvin, and Odie are getting close, so I might as well, let's have Odie do his thing, and Gareth and Corvin, we'll have you guys do your death rest also. Where are you going? I don't want you going there. I want you going here to start your death rest. And Gareth, you can start your death rest there. And then they should pick up 2 of these, and hopefully by the time our next 2 vampire lords need to death rest, we'll have some accelerators set for them. Actually, one... Oh, we only need 4 in here, actually. Well, in addition to Reyna's 2, so 6 total. Well, we have 21 members from the Claws of Kith that have shown up. They're going to prepare for a little while. So why don't we go ahead and restrict everyone to Area 1? That way they're nearby. I have expanded our cookhouse. We're adding some more storage to it because we're doing much better on food, which makes me think that I might be able to... I think I'll keep the number of farmers we have going, but maybe we will recruit some of these people. I think at the very least we should probably have Reyna convert some to vampires so that we can eat them in order to increase death rests for some of our lords. And of course, Ellen is in labor. Let's go ahead and gather for childbirth. Reyna, let's have you not be the doctor. Who else was a good doctor? Bridget. You can be the doctor. You 3, I guess we'll sit this one out. I think this is Ellen's 2nd child. Social, daughter. Yep. So the Van Doldlers might be like a family that is in service to vampires and like well known about it in the lore of this community, apparently. Well, I'm just worried about waiting too long for these guys, so we're heading this way. They are gathering around a lava emergence, so they keep like wandering in and out of this lava, and the lava is also expanding onto them. So not really the best place for them to be. You guys are mostly melee. That is wonderful news. Alarak, what's your deal? Oh, legs. Missing legs and things. Alarak, just you go home. We'll sort you out at some point. Okay, you 3 up front. Did they drop like a shield pack? They did. Okay, we will back up. Draw some of them out some more. I think with people death resting, we're gonna go full demon. Okay, Braga and Anastasia, you just stand back and defend our ranged folks. And Reyna. Oh. Reyna, why don't you stop searching, destroying? Let's have you jump out of that. Have them come back towards you. You guys line up right there. Okay, go in. What are these guys doing? Oh, they were like pulled and then they got anchored, but they've started their assault, so they're just very confused. Anastasia, come down here and heart crush that guy. Braga. Okay, ranged folks, let's get you guys back a bit. Sophia. Oh, she's down. Health-wise, 3 hours. Okay. Lost a lung. We have an extra lung. Anastasia, can you coagulate her? Okay, well, these guys are fleeing, so everyone just back off. Everyone just back off. Reyna, why don't you rescue Sophia? And then we'll have you put a new lung in her. I'm glad that we got, like, all that extra stuff. Okay, Anastasia. Okay, you guys are good. Sophia lost a lung. Anastasia, why don't you... I guess we'll just capture a couple of these guys. And then we will use them for vampire cannibalism. And I forgot about our healthy new baby. Named Baby. Okay, a little boy. Randomize. You are a Van Doldler. Alden Van Doldler. That sounds great. And I think, Alden, you have a sister. So they have a little boy and a little girl. Tantrum on Lawler. Sophia, we'll let you heal up before we do any surgery on you. Lawler, you just reminded me that you are back on herbal medicine. That is Alarax. Alarak brought that back as like a conquest item. Do we... Just arrest her. Arrest her. She's trying to break your stuff. We'll make her a farmer when we release her again. Okay, this is very cute. Reyna and Alarak are hanging out. She is seeking counsel from her heir and one of the vampire lords, and they are walking through the peanut fields. Well, this is interesting. We have a Strigoi that's joined us from one of our ceremonies. I am very, very surprised about that. Like, this planet does not have vampires on it. Who else is a Strigoi? That would be Anastasia. The mouth stuff's a little weird. We can fix some of that. Let's go to options. Let's go to facial stuff. You can see, like, lips trying to draw under her face, right? So we can turn that off. I think we've turned it, like, minotaurs don't need it. Voidlings don't need it. And then all of this is outland stuff. Profaned, I turned off as well because it was giving them human faces. Strigoi. And that looks a little bit better for you. You are great at melee. So to the front of the line up here you go. Ravenous, abrasive, intellectual construction. Well, welcome to House Strigoi. No, cancel. Just like a free member of the house. Kikyo. for Anastasia. Interesting. Um, Not turned by us, so no rights to becoming an heir or becoming an actual child of Anastasia. But you will live in the Strigoi house. Welcome to the colony, Kikyo. Well, I unintentionally recruited Lavego, but her blue hair reminds me of Alarak, so why don't we have Alarak convert her, and she will eventually join his house. Since you're here, I guess that is House Bruja. Accept, and I'll just call you Lav. Alric, where are you at? Let's do that. And then health-wise, you are Soul Fusion 30 more days. Coven is at 5 days, so we'll have a couple new vampires joining us. We do have a Horus here, as well as a Droopy. I think both of these are Patreon names. Health-wise, you have Gene Loss Shock for 15 more hours, and then we can implant them with vampirism so that our vampires can cannibalize them for more Deathrest capacity. Well, Anastasia is awake again, so we have resumed working on plate armor. We're going to do pole arms for our void touched, but we do have long blades researched, so we can craft some sanguine blades. Okay, it requires hemogen. I did not realize that. Thankfully, we have plenty. We're going to make one obsidian long blade for Reyna. We're going to make 4 great swords out of obsidian for our vampire lords. Arming swords, I kind of want our villagers to just have those as sidearms. How much hemogen do we have? We have 53. Okay, I think we have plenty, so I'll go ahead and queue it up. Do until, and we'll just say always have one around. And obsidian. I also want to make shields. Is there a difference between these shields, or is it just aesthetic? So 2432. 2432. Okay, so it's just aesthetics. I like this one with like the little chevron on it. Do until, we'll say we have 1. Actually, we'll do 2. Clear. Metallics. Adamantite. We have some on the map. How much does it require? 80. So we can make one of those shields. And then it requires a hemogen bottle. Okay, so we could make it out of wood as well, and we're not going to do that. Okay, that is good for now. I think on my recycling bills, we have shields turned on. So let's do, if we do sanguine. Okay, the kite shield, that is the one. We'll turn that off. And then for like smelting weapons, we have bio-coated, which I don't know if that's a thing in medieval. I don't think it is. And then we have a regular one. We're going to say allow all except unique weapons and ranged weapons for now. Named weapons. And then let's turn to sanguine. We will say don't smelt any of these. Oh, a sanguine pike. Maybe that's what we make for our void touched. We'll see. We'll think about it. Turn that off for now. And then I do want to keep any of these like super special weapons. So ancient acolyte dagger. I think all of these are like psi casting weapons. Okay, yeah, we'll just turn all those off. This is a pretty cool axe, actually. Let's turn that off, and then we'll turn the sanguine weapon, the sanguine pike, back on. Anything else? I don't really care about, like, divine order stuff. I guess we will not smelt the L-Tech stuff for now. This guy, profaned. If we just search for it there, no. So that was that frost axe. We have this guy. Anything else? Named weapons, obsidian sword. Okay, we'll turn this pike back on. And I don't think we'll be, we'll see about maybe making some of the profane weapons. We'll turn all of this off because we, I think, use the base profane weapons as an ingredient for making kind of like the ones that are infused with all kinds of powers and whatnot. Staff of Divine Judgment, Staff of Royalty, Scourge, Knight stuff, Runesmith, Battle Axe. Okay, Warsafe. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with the weapons that we aren't going to be smelting as weapons that we'll use. Close that. And we also have this destroy non-biocoded. We're going to copy our smelt weapon and we'll paste it to the second destroy weapon. And that does nothing for us. We'll have to see what maybe hangs around in our inventory, stuff made out of wood that we'll want to get rid of, that we don't want just like clogging up our inventory. The west wall, or the east wall, sorry, is all done. We have started working on the western side, so I'm hoping we can get some of that done. And then new weapons and hopefully new armor tomorrow. So things are coming along. I have a bit of a sense of urgency around kind of like wanting to build the southern part of the wall up, just because these raids are starting to get like a bit bigger. These guys do not die. Go ahead and I guess you can capture this guy. We just had like a lava flow, so I have everyone on our lava safe, except I guess I missed Lav since she's new. We can go ahead and unrestrict these people. But that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.